scrapbook. But I think I'm going to save these for another day. And in today's video, we'll have a gentle flip through another Picturegoer magazine. And this one's dated August the 30th, 1958. And I have quite a few of these on my channel. Old film magazine that came out every Thursday. This one, exclusive series, The Men Behind the Magic of Ben-Hur, the big movie gamble. Make yourself comfortable and let's just have a little bit of quiet time. See what this glorious old film magazine shows us. Again, this lovely old adverts just for you. A romantic evening dress with the new young look. Chutneys and Pickles, Women's Realm. That's an 8-page pull-out, not to be missed. They make me scream with laughter. What's this? This current trend of monsters, creatures and things from outer space is certainly a scream, in one sense of the word. They're more suited to a local carnival than science fiction. Oh, did it. But we have here, in every picture, Debbie Reynolds seems to get wet through. Ever since Singing in the Rain, she seems to go for the old routine of getting soaked in a storm. Because there she is, Debbie, now with John Saxon in This Happy Feeling. Max Bygraves, Barbara Murray, A Cry from the Streets. Well, now, if you were stepping out tonight, obviously meaning going out, for animal antics, for drama, if you recognise any Night to Remember, Too Much Too Soon, Hold True, for laughs, No Time for Sergeants, for romance. None so far that immediately jump out that I don't recognise. Vertigo. The Alfred Hitchcock Spins, Vertigo. The Vikings, Westward Ho, the wagons, Westward Ho. And the cover girl was Luciana Lavello. Wyatt Patterson stuck to those B films. The Men Behind the Magic, the legend that rules the Rank Empire. Suits behind the films. The Vegas boom grows. They want to get out, but these stars need the cash. Whatever the young stars tell you, the older ones act for the money. I completely believe Linda Crystal when she says she acts to discover herself. Richard Burton, when he tells me, I act to get away from my myself and Joanne Woodward. When she was too emotional inside, I started to act to release all my emotions. Yeah, I guess that's true. Gene Simmons and husband Stuart Granger. She's left a little doubt that she works in films not only to help pay for their 10,000-acre ranch in Tucson, Arizona. But Terry Moore hasn't shown the same interest in acting since she married a millionaire. And Maureen O'Hara once frankly told me the urge to act vanishes when the stomach and the pockets are full. Recently neglected by picture producers, Maureen is working hard to establish herself on the stage. In, of all things, musicals, so it must be that her bank account is not yet quite what she wants it. To the question, what do you want to do next? Her blunt answer to me was, retire. Lana Turner, you would think, must be by now be well enough fixed. In round figures, the ex-sweater girl had averaged about £2,000 a week for some 20 years, but Lana is still in films, and while she was bustling about on her current imitation of life, with its high-voltage emotion and 34 changes of costume, Lana was also never less than 3 times a day phoning her daughter. To make a better life for Cheryl is this star's openly expressed reason for staying in orbit. Liz Taylor, you would suppose, needs more money like a hole in the head. Yet, Miss Taylor has just been in sharp competition with Gene Simmons for a co-star role with Rock Hudson in This Earth Is Mine. Both girls are too grooved in to be thrilled working with Rock, so Liz said frankly she would like the work to keep from thinking, but she abruptly changed her mind, bought a house in Tucson, Arizona, and said she would be better off to get away from it all and bring up her children in a more normal atmosphere. So, little Gene Simmons had the job and has never left in any doubt that she now works only to get money to help pay for her Stuart Granger's 10,000-acre ranch that I mentioned earlier, oddly enough situated near Arizona. Well, it's all about the money around the studios. Stars, Britain's Lost. Michael Rennie has fared much better in Hollywood. It is funny how some actors flourish on their own turf and then others flourish elsewhere. No poor but a breathtaking Campbell visits Ben-Hur sets in Rome. There we are, there's Charlton Heston, the new Ben-Hur, lean, tanned, colours from weeks of chariot driving. Many well-groomed horses have been training for this chariot race, one of the thrills of Ben-Hur. The thousands of extras have all to be garbed. The armour, the swords and helmets are neatly stored. The turnout must be smart. The camera survey, the largest single set ever built for a picture. If time, money and value spell success, Ben-Hur should, of course, be a winner. Hey Harriet is an O'Reilly who's not afraid to speak up for her country. As a result, director William Wyler remembered her when a top role came along. The wildlife of the Romans is forgotten. Pay back pictures. Stephen Boyd and Charlton Heston chat to the visitors, Geoffrey Horn and wife Nancy Berg. It's nice and casual. And an unscheduled spectacular moment when a chariot hit a camera team, unfortunately injuring the crew. It's the sort of risk Roman chariot drivers never faced. The biggest and expensive film ever. You've heard this before, but that's what they call Ben-Hur. It has the mostest of everything. And in Rome, where there's epic, 2N epics is being filmed at a cost of £5 million. I heard whispers that Ben-Hur might also be the biggest bore ever. Oh, Ben-Hur has been 5 years in preparation. Will take 1 year to shoot, and some people are already bored with the name. Bored of seeing Charlton Heston, Stephen Boyd and 10,000 extras dressed up as Romans, and Jack Hawkins put his service uniform in mothballs and dons a toga any day now. Bored of reading of Rome's riot squad, police restoring order amongst thousands of extras. A recent troubling newspaper advertisement called for men with beards, so 2000 would be Italian James Robertson. Justices tried to storm the barricades with a new 100 parts available. God, I bet there was an Netflix. So they were bored with reading that the huge circus where the famed chariot race takes place covers 18 acres and is the largest single set ever built for a picture. Yet I went out to the Ben-Hur location, now occupying 9/10 of Cincinnati, one of Europe's largest studios, and found Ben-Hur anything but boring. It's not a bore, but an exciting gamble. It could be the greatest spectacle and moneymaker of all time, or a resounding almighty flop. It goes on. During the last day of the festival, there was a big party with some 2,000 guests, including this correspondent. William Wyler was one of the celebrities, shaking hands briefly as we entered. When he was introduced to the Israeli, he made a polite remark. I've always wanted to visit Israel. Do today's teenage picturegoers want to go back to the days of the chariot racing Romans for their screen entertainment? And as I said, this was 1958 when this came out. When the 10 Commandments started to make a fortune for the Paramount, MGM decided to gamble everything on Ben-Hur. If it flops, it could mean the end of the so-called epics, thought by many to be the basis of the cinema's future. As the Italian right, please stand by this Cinesate. I pronounced it probably completely incorrectly, but anyway. And another Roman bites the dust. The movie business has its fingers crossed that we picturegoers will not be bored by Charlton Heston, Stephen Boyd, Jack Hawkins, togas, and all. Vera Day. They want her talent too. Big, hard-headed but not big-headed. Who's this? The freshman in which she stars with Sylvia Sims is just another stepping stone in the astonishing Kruger career. Hardy Kruger. Yeah, she looks like somebody else that I can't think of. The Shape of Girls to Come. The Shape is appalled at the shape of the girls to come. Anita Ekberg, who doesn't look as though she could have an inferiority complex about anything, looks at the crop of new girls taking over Hollywood and declares says acidly, I think there are things needed in films besides acting ability. Sour grapes, because few people have ever suggested that Miss Ekberg had more acting ability than the other things. Or did Emmy? Three lines top billing. Eros Films is billing Bernard Bresslaw. Says the man whose name can back him in. I played this tiny part. The picture-going Popeye fans will expect a much longer look at Bresslaw. Popeye. And it was olive oil, wasn't it? Stop the laughs, now it's perfectly Presley. Perfect Presley's intensity. He's with Jan Shepherd, it's just right for King Creole. King Creole 2 years ago, Presley on the screen was a laughing stock, but nobody's laughing now. After that abysmal beginning in Love Me Tender. Oh, good song though. The boy goes from strength to strength, and this film hits the perfect formula for Elvis. That isn't to say it's a perfect film, far from it, just that it's perfect for Presley. The setting is the steamy, sleazy, tough quarter of New Orleans, in which the indolent intensity of Presley seems right at home, and to match the atmosphere, the production is fast-paced, vicious, with a beat as insistent as the most rigorous rock and roll. The grimy plot has him as a disgruntled teenager who flunks his graduation and gets mixed up with thugs, racketeers, and a good-hearted bad girl. Inevitably, nightclub manager Paul Stewart discovers Presley has a voice, and naturally, the customers go for it. It's reminded me that I wouldn't mind seeing it again. I haven't seen it in years and years and years. His down-at-heel father disapproves that not even the love of a good woman, Dolores Hart, can prevent Presley from getting deep in trouble with a sadistic gang leader. The story is hokum, but is put over with a knowing air and acted with spirits, while a couple of songs are better than average Elvis Presley's. With this kind of backing, there seems no reason why, after this army stint, he shouldn't become the big screen personality I thought he couldn't be. Well, and we know how huge Elvis Presley became. As Elvis, The Revenge of Frankenstein, with Peter Cushing, The Bravados, with Gregory Peck, Joan Collins, Tread Softly Stranger. Disco Parade, I'm not going operatic. Becca's voice, pop music, jazz. A postcard portrait of Anthony Perkins. Busiest songbird in show business. US office, don't tempt singer Marion Ryan. She's got enough to do here. Beware of pitfalls in makeup. Luana Banting retired at 13 from a successful career as a child star for Walt Disney because her mother thought she should concentrate on school. Now at 19, she's back on the sound stage. Her upcoming movie, Universal International's The Wonderful Years. So I know all about the usual teenage problems, Luana said when we lunched together. Because I wasn't a professional during those years, it makes quite a difference. For one thing, I never went through the phase of wanting to wear a lot of makeup, as so many girls do at 16 or 17. I already knew about makeup from working in pictures, and so I hated it. And I still do, because when I have to wear a lot of makeup for a picture, my skin breaks out. I never wear anything on my skin when I'm not working. I don't think there's anything that looks more ridiculous than overdone makeup. She began wearing lipstick, however, at 13. But now she's added some eye makeup, mascara, and a hint of eyebrow pencil to her makeup necessities, but that's all. I think it's important for a girl to learn the right way to put on makeup when she first starts wearing it. My mother taught me how to apply it. I practiced in front of the mirror before I ever wore it in public. I learned with a brush is only the way to get a smooth line, and now I couldn't do without it. Lawana's chief beauty problem to date has been unruly eyebrows. I tried using a wave set to train them to stay in place, and it works. Ways to remember at your service. Lustrous, shining hair that's easy to manage with Vaseline liquid shampoo. And so we finish off in colour. Some of these old magazines I started with had no colour at all, so now we're into the 50s. Colour is appearing, which is interesting, with this red. So a sensational opportunity to acquire this solid oak bookcase. All the moon by night. Them nice Americans, the pictures. So there we have it. I hope you found that relaxing or enjoyable. And we shall continue with our Picturegoers next time with this one. Bardo, Meet the Facts and How They Shielded Lana Turner. On the front, Barbara Joyce. It'll be September 1958. But for now, please take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you don't want to miss any new videos, I always appreciate you subscribing.